I'm Peter Singer, and I'm proud to announce the winner of the Animal Justice Foundation's Peter Singer Award for Lifetime Achievement. This year, that award goes to Mick McIntyre. Mick is clearly a very worthy awardee for Lifetime Achievement. Congratulations, Mick.
Hi there, my name's Mick McIntyre, and I'm so honoured to be accepting this Peter Singer Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm talking to you from Gadigal country of the Eora Nation, and I want to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And I also want to recognise my elders and the mentors that have guided me on my journey. Mel, CT, Mike, Robbins, Sue, and I also want to particularly acknowledge my partner in life and work, Kate Clare. This award belongs to her as well. Growing up in Tasmania, I always loved animals, and I feel in my life I've been very lucky to combine my two passions, filmmaking and animals. One of my earliest memories is joining the Save the Whale movement as a teenager, and I remember getting detentions in high school for selling badges and bumper stickers in the school grounds. It just seemed crazy to me that Australia was still killing whales. And one of my earliest memories of campaign victory was when the Malcolm Fraser government announced that they were going to stop whaling in Australia. That feeling of victory was short-lived because I soon realised that other countries weren't going to stop killing whales. So in 1992, I co-founded the organisation Whales Alive. And whale watching had just started around the world. So Whales Alive developed an education and training program for whale watch operators. And I was invited by the UN to convene the first ever whale watching workshop in the Pacific Islands in the Kingdom of Tonga. Why Tonga? Well, Tonga was contemplating a request by Japan to start commercial whaling of their humpback whale populations. And since then, Tonga has gone on to become one of the world's premier whale watching destinations, not whale killing. The money we raised at Whales Alive was put towards sending me to the meetings of the International Whaling Commission, where I've been going ever since. And I have spent many meetings lobbying other countries to stop the killing of whales. And during this time, Kate and I produced the documentary What to Do About Whales. We filmed in 4 different countries looking at their relationship with whales. We filmed in 2 whaling countries, Japan and Iceland, and 2 whale watching countries, New Zealand and America. Whilst producing What to Do About Whales, I was introduced to IFAW, the International Fund for Animal Welfare, where I was asked to join their international team and set up their Asia Pacific office in Sydney. So for 7 years, I had the great good fortune of supervising several projects around the region protecting animals. During my time at IFAW, I helped spearhead the campaign to get Australia to take Japan to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, in The Hague. And we spent 10 years working with the Rudd government and their top silks from the Attorney General's Department, and off to The Hague we went. It was an extraordinary effort by a great team, and the court ruled in Australia's favour. We stopped Japanese whaling in the Antarctic. It was a great historic victory. In 2012, Kate and I started production on our film Kangaroo, A Love-Hate Story. And we spent the next 5 years travelling around Australia gathering stories from all sorts of people who had things to tell us about kangaroos. What we uncovered shocked me to my core. I witnessed what is really going on with kangaroos in Australia. I witnessed firsthand the brutal slaughter that is going on every night. And I want to send out a special thanks to all the whistleblowers that came forward to tell their stories that we were able to share in the film. And the film was released in 2018 to critical acclaim. The film was considered for the 2019 Academy Awards, and the impact of the film was incredible. The release of the film invigorated a movement to protect kangaroos. We were invited to screen the film in the EU Parliament because Europe is the largest importer of kangaroo meat and skins. and the impact of that screening was immediate. Campaigns started in Europe and America, and several big brands announced that they would stop using kangaroo meat and skins because of what they learnt by watching the film. Brands like Prada and Gucci and Diodora and France's largest supermarket chain, Carrefour, taking kangaroo meat off their shelves. Back home in Australia, the release of the film was not so positive. The Murdoch Press ran a full-page story in the Australian newspaper calling Kate and I traitors and un-Australian. The reaction to the film compelled Kate and I to set up the organisation Kangaroos Alive, because we realised that we wanted to help campaign to stop the killing of kangaroos. We've had the great honour to work with Uncle Max Harrison and his organisation Back to Country in helping draft the UN Declaration for Kangaroos. This historic document talks about the need to protect, respect and honour this totemic animal and the place that it's had on this continent for millions of years. And we continue to partner with Back to Country on several of our programs, and the UN Declaration lays the foundation of all our work at Kangaroos Alive. Another program that we're partnering with Back to Country is World Kangaroo Day. We decided that this international icon deserved its own international day. So we set up World Kangaroo Day in 2020. Drawing on our experience with the development of whale watching, we've started Kangaroo Walks and Talks, or QWAT. And we're working with a great team across Australia to develop kangaroo watching, because we think that people want to see kangaroos in the wild. We've also done public survey or polling, because we were asked by a European Member of Parliament in Brussels, what do the Australians think about the killing of kangaroos? Well, over 2/3 of Australians want the killing to stop, and over 90% of Australians want to see kangaroos on the landscape forever. So we know that we have the public on our side. We know that the majority of Australians want to see kangaroos protected. Whilst campaigning at Kangaroos Alive, we also produced our new film, Eating Plants, a 12-part TV series looking at the fastest growing food trend in the world, being vegan. There are so many great thinkers out there, so many great innovators that are making it easier to be plant-based. And so we wanted to share those stories. We filmed in 12 different countries, so it's a real travel adventure of finding out how to eat plant-based. We really think it's having an impact around the world. So thanks again to the Animal Justice Foundation for this award. I'm very honoured and appreciative. And a special shout out to all the great work that people are doing out there. And a special shout out to my two wonderful adult children, Piripi and Miro, who are the future generation. I got asked the other day if I had any advice for people wanting to work in this field. And I just want to say that we are on the right side of history, that there is no social license for killing animals. So persistence, persistence, persistence. And thank you everyone for all your great efforts.